if I don't do this now, it'll never get done. And for whatever reason, I decided to, whatever, never mind. Forget I said anything. So, yeah, just waiting for a battle here with, Mufasa and High and Fiver and NBZ are just sitting there. And, Engineer is going to join me for a battle. But, as you know, you don't have to actually put in the person's name when you add them on the pal pad, and since they aren't going to stay on my pal pad for long, why name them properly? So, this is a battle against Mufasa. I didn't know that the Lion King played Pokemon, but, you know, it happens sometimes, I guess. Looking at his team, he's got a Eviolite Girder, which is kind of weird, but, whatever, works for him, I guess. It works for him, I guess. I don't know why my voice decides to go randomly up and down, but after the world's longest black and white screens, because you know it's black and white, haha, I see what they did there, Nintendo. I see what they did. And thus, the white screen will eventually fade into a battle, which is against Mufasa, as I've said previously before. He's going to leave with Ambipom, and I'm going to leave with my Torterra, which is on a world tour. I'm actually using a roulette team that I had from another battle that I will upload later, probably, I don't know. Just want to get this out of the way first. Going to go out to my Chandelure because I'm pretty sure he's going to go for the fake out. I didn't see he actually went for double hit, but doesn't matter anyway because we all know that Chandelure's list is not going to be affected by a stupid little double hit because it's a list. Why would a list be affected by that? So, I figure he's not going to stay in because whatever, but I decided to go for the Fire Blast, but I miss, which wouldn't have done anything to his Blastoise anyway. Because, you know, whatever, and I decided to be like NBZ and be cool and try to use another move when I already have a move chosen on my choice scarf, but whatever. It happens sometimes. You don't see this on Versus Recorder battles. But now I'm going to go to World Tour again as he Toxics, which not too upset about, but we'll just have to deal with it. Torterra is going to somehow log onto the PlayStation Network, even though I don't think they've gotten that back up yet. I don't know. Somebody tell me if they have. I don't really care. I don't have a PlayStation, so it doesn't matter. I don't have any PlayStations. I don't even have PS1, PS2, PS3, whatever. I don't have any of them. Don't need them. Don't have to have them. I'm going to Stealth Rock because Stealth Rock is useful, and he's going to Ice Beam, which doesn't take me out somehow. I mean, seriously, I just don't understand how that works. I know Torterra has a good enough bulk and everything, but it's just like, you expect a move that has that much power behind it to take you out, but now I'm going to go for a Wood Hammer, and the Blastoise is not going to be able to take the hammer effect because it is a turtle, and as we know from Mario games, turtles cannot take hammers. And, thus, my Torterra is going to end up killing itself from recoil because, you know, it does a lot. So now I'm going to go out to Seraphim, which is a spoiler to another mini-series I was going to try and do if I can ever get a couple of battles of that team, but it doesn't really matter anyways. Seraphim's going to sit here and U-turn because the switch was either obvious or I knew he was going to stay and it would kill anyway, so he would get switch advantage, but it didn't really matter to me because he's already seen my team anyway, so... And I've seen his team, so it's not like it's really a big deal. So he's going to go out to his Drugadon, or whatever it's called. I think that's what it's called. I don't know. So what his nickname is, so I'm assuming that's what it is because I don't think he nicknamed anything. So I'm going to go out to Celebi, and I know Celebi's nickname isn't properly capitalized or whatever because, you know, you can't nickname Celebis, but whatever. I don't care. I'd rather have it lowercase because it just looks better. And thus I'm going to Nasty Plot because the set was able to destroy me with some other people that have used it against me. And he's going to go for Hone Claws because he wants to be able to make sure that his claws are nice and sharp for when he uses his Dragon Tail. Yeah, it makes a whole lot of sense. I know. It doesn't at all. So I decided to be stupid here and misclick Energy Ball because I forgot that... Well, I don't know. I think it was a misclick because I meant to go for Psychic, but I don't really care. In the long run, it doesn't matter. Thus, I'm going to get leftovers because I didn't really want to have Life Orb on this set. I was just making a bunch of random guys. And that's when I decided to have a roulette with the other person I'm going to be hosting a battle against. So I figured he was going to go for the Sucker Punch again, but he actually decides to just go to Dragon Tail because he can. And thus Zapdos gets brought out. And if you're wondering about the nickname, I was just poking fun at Black Blastoise's nicknames for no reason at all, really. Just wanted to. It was for a rain team, so it kind of made more sense then. But he's going to Sucker Punch now, and I know I can take it because Zapdos is quite monstrositous. Monstrositous, yes. Brand new word, just came up with it. I'm so proud of myself. And Drugadon's just going to be Drugadeating it down. And his ability Rough Skin does make a lot of sense because his skin does not look like something you'd want to touch. And Now that Zapdos is just kind of flippin' flopping about, I go for the hidden power, what I thought was ice, but we found out earlier that it is actually dark, which is an awful hidden power type to have on Zapdos. It doesn't really help it, and it doesn't really take away anything. So now he's going to go out to Darmanitan, and this thing scares me because Darmanitan is quite a monster when it comes to its stats and everything. And now that I'm posting this battle after Smogon has released their statistics, I look like I'm not being an OU whore, but whatever, it doesn't really matter, I guess. None of these Pokemon, in my opinion, are UU, but it's not about whether or not they are good or not, it's about whether or not people use them, and thus people have not used them, and that's why they are UU. It's not rocket science, people. So Darmanitan's going to take me out with the Sheer Force Rock Slide, which I'm not really surprised about. I'm going to go out to Seraphim thinking I could probably live at Rock Slide, but I don't exactly know. I know I need to get this thing taken care of because it is going to wreck my team if I don't get rid of it. Because if I had Rocks up, then it would help, but I don't. His Sheer Force Rock Slide manages to take me out because I'm not exactly a bulky set. But I thought maybe I could live it, but I obviously can't. So now I'm going to go out to Haruna and going to try and save myself from this monotony, and by that I mean just like do something, try to win, because that tends to be what you try to do in a Pokemon battle. You just play and you try to win, I guess. I don't know, but he's thinking about this for a long time because I guess he's not used to seeing Meloetta, and I know that I'm sounding like somewhat of a hypocrite when I say I don't want people using unreleased Dream World abilities, but I'll go and use an unreleased Pokemon like this, but I don't really care if people use unreleased Pokemon because they don't have any special things that are not known about them. I mean, it's not like they have Dream World abilities. If they did, then I would be kind of mad about it, but I mean, they don't. Thus, there's only one thing that they can possibly do. There's no surprises anywhere. Their moves are known, their attacks are known, and their abilities are known. And if you need to look them up, you can. It's not like with Flash Flyer Typhlosion. You're not supposed to expect that because it's not released yet, but I mean, you're not supposed to expect this either, but it's not like, I don't know, I don't care personally. Just don't use unreleased Dream World abilities on me. I don't mind if you use these guys because people use Shaman before it was released, so I don't really see how it's any different. I'm going to get a crit with Shadow Claw here because, yeah, I just do, and that costed him his Cofagrigus, but doesn't really matter now. Darmanitan's going to come back out, and now I'm kind of scared of me losing because Darmanitan is quite powerful. He's going to Superpower, which had I not transformed, it still probably would have taken me out because neutral, but I don't know. He's going to get a useless Mummy ability switch because that's just what happens when you touch a Cofagrigus. If you touch a coffin, you become a mummy. It's quite an known fact because the ancient Egyptians went outside and they touched sarcophaguses and they turned into mummies, and that's why we have the mummy movies and whatnot, because a bunch of Egyptians went out and decided to touch the sarcophaguses inside of the pyramids. Well, that's kind of untasteful. So Schindler's List is going to come back out, and I figured I should just go for the Shadow Ball because it tends to be a good move. And it is about half to this girder, and I was kind of hoping that that was just min damage or something because I can't switch really. And I know Payback's going to do quite a bit, but I'm not too scared at this point because I know that it's not Conkeldurr. It doesn't have nearly the attack stat, even though it is having an Eviolite, so it has more defenses, technically, but whatever. So now he goes up to Ambipom, and he knows I'm choiced at this point. And I figure he might Pursuit, but I don't think it'll take me out, so I decided to just go out to Celebi for fodder. But he decides to low kick, I guess forgetting that Celebi was the only thing I had left. Which, in retrospect, not a bad move, because a lot of my team was hit pretty hard by that, essentially, but, well, actually, no, that's a lie. Also, my phone's dying on me. That's cool. He's going to switch now, and I think this cost him the game, because had he just stayed in, he probably would have won unless his Ambipom was choiced. If it was choiced, then he probably would have lost, regardless, because I don't think another low kick was going to take me out, especially with leftovers. So now Ambipom comes back out, and I figure he's going to fake out, but I don't know for a fact. So I'm just going to stay in and let Celebi die, because Celebi is not really that useful at this point. Even though Celebis are still a really good Pokemon. Also, Vase 50 punishment, kind of, I mean, payback is kind of weird. I don't know why you'd run payback on an Ambipom, but whatever. Now he's going to be taken out by my Chandelure, and even if I missed the Fire Blast here, I don't think it would have mattered too much. And I don't, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Don't ask me. I just play the game and hope for the best when it comes to stuff happening. So yeah, nice 1-0. Good game, Mufasa. I don't know your YouTube channel.